Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' Cracking. It's D. Boss reacts to this video by Omezius titled IShowSpeed accidentally became a diplomat in China. Very interested. This man be all over the world, like traveling, and like he has fans all over. He does a lot of cool shit. So I'm here for it, honestly. And I feel like this is kind of important because people have certain perceptions of different parts of the world, and it's just so far from the truth. And I talked about this when I went to Hong Kong. I have a whole travel vlog about it, and I was saying in the video how I was expecting people to like take pictures of me and touch me and be weird because of things I would always see online. And I'm like, I don't have that experience. People, of course, in my comments, that's because this isn't mainland China. Hong Kong is different. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to China. I'm going to China this year. So stay tuned for the update on that. But yeah, even Hong Kong, I still thought that, you know, I would be faced with just weird behavior, you know, but I didn't experience that at all. So I think it is important for people to go to these different countries, and sometimes they're going to become a diplomat in the process. I'm here for it personally. But anyway, let's see how this goes. Let's watch. Period speed. I love this for him, honestly. I love him.
IShowSpeed has been doing these nationwide trips for a minute now, but when he went to the second most populated country in the world, I did not think it would go like this. Speed has been branching into different worlds that his peers just won't do. I mean, 98% of creators are not going to go from country to country and have positive relationships with whoever they interact with. We know about the streamers who do worldwide traveling. They're more so being a menace. But IShowSpeed is being a diplomat, even getting praised by the Chinese government for his attempts at fixing relations between China and the US.
I love this person. I don't know if that's controversial, but
social credits just for stepping foot on China and filming it. What other streamer can do this? What other streamer receives praise from my boy Xi Jinping himself? Yo, Speed is it.
And this is no disrespect.
China looks super dope also. I've been like just looking up different, because on my IG, my For You page is just filled with travel, and sometimes things from China will pop up, like different parts of China, and it looks so cool. I'm like, I want to go. So yeah, I booked my flight months ago. Hotel booked, all that. I'm up out there, okay? So I can't wait. I'm excited to be in mainland China, you know.
But while a lot of streamers are staying at home, doing their version of some sort of subathon, you know, making music, staying stateside, IShowSpeed has leaned into the international appeal of all the things. He is literally a global phenomenon at this point, and I don't think that it should be understated as to how impactful this is. We're talking about the heights that streamers can bring themselves to by, you know, collaborating with this rapper, that rapper, this celebrity, that celebrity. But what happens when you're able to go to different countries like, I don't know, Indonesia, Brazil, Britain, China, and still have the same success and notoriety that you do have in America? What does it look like when you're able to go to different countries and celebrate their different religious holidays like IShowSpeed did at the end of Ramadan?
Liking it as well, y'all. Everybody, oh yeah, happy Eid Mubarak to everybody in the chat. Happy Eid to y'all, man.
The thing about these countries is that they don't see a lot of these types of celebrities quite often. They get the Steph Currys, they get the LeBron James every once in a while. But because their relationships with these American companies aren't the best, it's not like a lot of people get to see them quite often. Hell, in China, YouTube is banned. So I'm questioning how they even know IShowSpeed. I know their TikTok is different, which really speaks to how big he is.
Or maybe they also like, this is black celebrity of some sort. Let's go look.
And not only the fact is he able to have
well, also, yeah, Speed is big on like pretty much every platform, so.
Motion, IRL, where people are coming and surrounding him like that. But the fact that when streamed to public news, there are 4 million people watching in combination with the millions of people that he has on his stream, which is a crazy thing to say because having millions of people on your stream, 4 million people. IShowSpeed literally had more people watch him than like an NBA Finals game. Now, when you have that much clout in a country that can't even watch your content, let alone really know who you are, you have to be doing something special. You have to be getting praised worldwide.
Bro, ain't no chat. Somebody streaming my stream on a Chinese TikTok Douyin, and they have 1 million viewers. Somebody just sent me the screenshot.
That is insane right now. Just imagine if China wasn't banning YouTube.
This is why he's getting the respects of the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, telling him happy birthday, which is a dream come true for him. But even more so now, he is afforded different opportunities than any other streamer has. He's basically gone to China and become a worldwide phenomenon over there.
Super Idol 的笑容都没你的甜，白昼的阳光都没你耀眼。
All right. They let him do everything.
Hush! 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 Hush!
Period. Why they make him bald?
Now, there's a reason why a lot of this stuff is important to me. For one, there are bad relations between the U.S. and China. And I know it sounds crazy, but the tweets of the Chinese government praising IShowSpeed can go a very long way. I've seen streamers do things this past year or past
Wait, what did
years
this say? The 20-year-old popular American YouTuber IShowSpeed has kicked off a journey in China that has already garnered massive global attention, which indicates a broader trend of digital influencers bridging cultural gaps. Yeah, see? Yes, I'm telling you, I support this. And creating alternative channels for foreign audiences to understand a vibrant China.
Very long.
I love this.
Do things this past year or past couple years that I never thought were possible. And it might be crazy to say now, but in 10, 15 years, it might not be so crazy to think that IShowSpeed or DDG or hell, Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross could be the one to mend relationships between the United States and other countries.
Viral American streamer Speed is in China, and he has been completely at awe at how developed the country is. For many Americans, the image we're given of China is that of a dirt poor country of brainwashed people and bike riding. Speed is showing to his American
Who thinks that? Whatever.
audience of millions the complete falsity of this narrative. As any unbiased tourist would tell
But
them,
I mean, facts. Yes, facts that I feel like every country, they're fed false stereotypes. Because I also feel this way about how other countries view Americans. It's just so bizarre that we, take in this propaganda that we're brainwashed by through social media, the news, etc. And we just take it as fact. And it's crazy. Because, even I'm a victim of it. Because like I said, when I went to Hong Kong, I was expecting to be treated like an animal. Like, not in that way, but like, people wanting to touch me and like treating me like, like I'm a circus actor of some sort, because that's what people would say. They say that, as black people, you go there, they gonna do this and do that. And once again, people all in my comments like, oh no, that's because you wasn't in Hong Kong. But I have friends now who've gone to China and they're just like, that didn't happen to me. Like in mainland China. And of course, when you go to the bigger cities, because why wouldn't you go to the bigger cities? If you go to some random village 200 miles away from a big city, then all right, that might be the case. But who the fuck is traveling like that? That's dumb. Nobody's doing that. But going to the big cities like Beijing, Shanghai, like I have friends who've gone, black friends, and they've been like, no. Nobody was being weird or looking at me weird or trying to touch me. So yeah, we are fed these false narratives and we just believe them. Like you just believe shit because you see so many people saying something and you're just like, okay, well I guess this is true, which is so incredibly ignorant. You can't do that. You gotta sometimes go to places and see shit for yourself.
China at this point is far more developed than the US and Europe. Traveling from these countries to China makes you feel like you're stepping decades or even centuries into the future.
That coming out my mouth just, it sounds so crazy, but it could possibly be true. One of the ways that they could be doing this is by going over and respecting the culture. Now, unlike other content creators, which we'll get to in 2 seconds, IShowSpeed is taking this trip, or other trips, very seriously. He is going to sacred grounds. He is having conversations with the people. He is interacting with them in a very respectable manner.
Wait, I get married? Congratulations on y'all marriage. Hey, can I take the honor and take one of y'all pictures for y'all marriage? There you go, there you go. Pictures look nice and good. Oh, see now. Oh my God, Chad, oh my God, look at that city. China does look better than yours. That looks beautiful, bro. This is what China looks like. This is China right here. I ain't gonna cap. This looks fire.
ago, it was extremely difficult for an American to move around in China. I mean, there were visa restrictions, there were laws set in place. So the fact that he's even over here having random dance battles in the streets speaks volumes to what he's able to do. Another reason why this is a big deal to me is because there's a big misunderstanding between Chinese people and American people. And I'm specifically talking about Black American people. And you know what they're gonna do. You know what they're gonna say.
You said what?
Yes, I'm racist.
You're racist?
Yes, I hate. I'm a killer. I'm so sorry about that. But I love your girlfriend because your girlfriend is white people.
Wait. I don't
What
think
is she
you understand what you're
saying?
Do you speak English?
Yes, I am racist.
What?
Somebody tell her to say that.
You're love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
What the hell?
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Wait,
You're gonna love it. Come here, mother. Come here.
Now, obviously that's mad racist, but to be honest with you, what do we expect? Like, the perception of Black
No, that's
people-
what. I don't know if I want to go. What the fuck?
Black streamers.
But you know what? Honestly, a part of me also wonders if this is staged because we're talking about streamers here. You know? Like, I don't know if those were real interactions. Maybe there were. But I'm not going to let this represent the whole country. I'm going to still go and see for myself. But that's wild.
Or Black entertainment that has been fed to them, I would presume to be some of the most negative or disgusting, bits and pieces of it, only because there's big propaganda engines and, they're not able to freely search on YouTube to see exactly what all Black culture is, et cetera, et cetera. So they've only gotten skewed versions as to what goes on in America. And then when you have content creators like Johnny Somali over there, doing
He's
some
one
of the most
person.
disgusting things in nearby countries like Korea or Japan.
He's the only person I've seen do this, though.
It makes sense why they would think that some of this stuff is okay to say, or some of these.
But does that make
actions
sense? I don't think that does make sense. I think that speaks to people's extreme lack of intelligence. If you are able to watch one person or even a few people or even read a certain amount of comments and let that represent how you feel about an entire group, I feel like you are an idiot. There's no other way to put that. Like, how in your brain does that make sense that this very small pool of people represents this large group? I don't understand it. So I don't think that makes sense.
Streamers like. But what IShowSpeed is doing is being
And people do it all the time.
one of the first people to lead the charge.
But that's why I always say people are stupid. Like, our society, world society, not American, the society as a whole, human beings are very, very stupid. It's alarming at times. And I'm not saying I'm the most intelligent person in the world whatsoever, but I feel like I'm in the twilight zone sometimes. Like, I'm like, the extreme stupidity that I witness on a very regular basis is very, very alarming.
Dispelling any of those narratives. I would say that his international tours are the yin to Johnny Somali's yang, and what he's doing is potentially, I'm not saying you could break a woman who is actively saying she is a killer and she is openly racist, but the fact that she is able to see a good representation and, this still be broadcast,
I think that was
to the public, makes her look crazy and makes IShowSpeed look good. So not only is he building the relationships between the United States and these countries, but he's also building the relationships between Black Americans.
Because one thing I also noticed, just having been to Asia many, many times, like, Asian people are very reserved, and I just don't, even younger Asians, like children, they're very reserved. So I just don't see, I mean, obviously it could happen, anything could happen, these could be real interactions, but I find it kind of hard to believe that they're just like, oh, look, I'm racist, and look, the camera's here, and I'm just showing that I'm racist. Like, I don't know. Something's off about that.
Dispelling any sort of.
Because, I mean, ultimately, his job is to entertain. Like, he's here for entertainment purposes, and it does make the streams more interesting and crazy. Like, oh my God, look what she just said. So creators fake shit all the time. I'm not mad at it, though. I'm not knocking what he's doing. I think overall it's a good thing, but you have to keep that in mind that everybody be faking shit at a certain point.
Again, this narrative.
For years, the West has demonized China as this poverty-stricken land with no access to human rights. But with people like IShowSpeed and other celebrities traveling there showing the exact opposite, it's starting to make the US look a little bit like in and of itself.
I know it's gonna sound crazy, but what IShowSpeed is doing is unprecedented, and he's paving a way for not just streamers and content creators to be accepted in these countries, but it's a possibility that he is breaking the mold so that African Americans who aren't accepted in other countries can go over there and live freely.
I mean, I guess, if you say so. I've been to many, many countries at this point. I'm like around 50. I've never been to a country where I feel like I'm not accepted or I'm shunned or something. I've had a couple like one-off, bad experiences with people here and there, but to be honest, I think those couple experiences were because I'm American more than anything. But overall, I've never felt like I'm not accepted. So very interesting to hear him say that, but it is what it is. Anyway, I think this is dope what he's doing. I just think it's cool and it gives people, an insight into what China looks like, because people do have these, certain perceptions about how certain places are around the world, and they be so off. People just spread these narratives and spread these stories. Oh, this happened to me when I was there. And then people, so yeah, when I go there, that's going to happen to me. Like, it's just so stupid. So I do like what he's doing overall. Anyway, interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.